Hi everyone, I am now going to show you how to get around within the Blackboard course. So the first thing you're going to do is fire up your Google machine and go ahead and input UAS Online, and you should come up with a link that looks like this: UAS Online, University of Alaska Southeast. Once the UAS Online page comes up, you're going to go over to this little box over to the right hand side, and you're going to put in your UA username and password. So this is what you found out from Elmo in the first step. Go ahead and put that in, click sign in, and then the course is going to load. Eventually the course is going to load. It's going to think about it for a minute, depending on how fast your computer is. Over on the left-hand side, you'll see a profile window. You can click on Edit Profile and add a picture, some contact information here if you'd like, and any other information you'd like to add to that. And then I'm going to show you here how to get to our class. So under Active Home Sites in spring 2014, I've got a few classes listed here. The one I'm looking for is this one, ALNT 001-HO2. Introduction to Mining Occupations Operations. If you're in the Juno section, yours is going to look a little different. It's going to say MINL 193- I think it's J01. If you don't see either of those classes listed in your active home sites, you can come down here to the search bar and go ahead and put it in. So if you're in the Juno section, you know what? If you're in the Juno section, I want you to search MINL. If you're from anywhere else, I want you to put in ALNT 001. And then hit course, or just press enter, return. And it's going to search for that course. Looks like there's a few different types of ALNT courses, but Introduction to Mining Occupations and Operations is the one that we want. So you can, over here on this side, there will be a little blue word that says bookmark. I want you to click bookmark, and that way you won't have to go through this process every time. It'll just automatically come up for you. All right, so you've clicked bookmark, and now you're gonna get into the class by clicking on the course code. And once you've done that, you will be into the Blackboard course. Within our online class here on Blackboard, there's lots of tools that I'd like to show you, all of which can be accessed through this white menu bar over to your left. So if you look at the top, you'll see announcements, and that's the page that you're looking at right now. Below that is syllabus, so if you'd like to take a look at the syllabus, that's got all kinds of good information in it. Go ahead and click on that and you can download the syllabus. The item that I'd like to show you first is the course content. So I'm going to go ahead and click on course content, which will bring us to a page of folders, and there will be a folder for each class. So you can see right now we've got 2 folders so far, class number 1 and class number 2. Wednesday, January 2nd, class number 1 has got more items in it, so I'm going to click on this and show you what a typical class will look like. Within this folder, you will see a number of different items, and each item has a little icon to the left of it. So a little picture will show you that that's a different item. And then a little hint is anything that has an underline on it, if you scroll over it with your mouse, you'll see that the cursor turns into a little hand, and that means that it's a button. You notice this one here doesn't have an underline. I don't get the hand, so it's not a button. This is just exists on the page as it is. Okay, so the first item is attendance. I'll show you that in a second. I'll click on it and show you what it looks like and how you fill that out, but I want to go over the whole thing first. Then you'll see the class outline. This is what we're going to go over for the day, what will happen in class. And if I keep scrolling down, I'll see a quiz. And we've only got 1 quiz in here. We're planning on doing 2 per class, 1 just before the break and 1 at the end of class. And this is a really quick, simple quiz, just a couple of things that the speaker may have mentioned or things that we want you to remember. as you progress through the class. So a couple of quick quizzes might be listed on here. Another thing that might be in here is if the presenter has a PowerPoint presentation, we're going to try to put that PowerPoint presentation up on here so that you can download it and look at it. Sometimes that's easier than trying to see the presentation when the speaker's talking through your online stream, or if you're using VTC. Sometimes it's hard to see. So we'll put those PowerPoints up there. And then depending on the class, there might be other items that you'll see in this list. Every class will have a class journal. So Mike talked about this a little bit. After every class, you're going to write a very short 2-paragraph, kind of like a reflection of what happened in class that day. So first paragraph is explaining what who the speaker was, what they talked about, and then the second paragraph, what you thought about it or what you learned. So that is an overview of each folder. One thing that is really important for you all to learn and remember is how to take attendance during each class. So if you are watching this, the only way that we can know that you're present is if you have gone to our attendance discussion board and told us that you are here. So you can do this in 2 ways. You can access it through each class folder in the course content, which is where we just came from. Or you can also look underneath the course content. We've got a couple of different buttons, and then attendance here on the left side. So both of those places and links will take you to the attendance page. So you can see this is attendance for January 27th, and this is attendance for January 22nd. I'll show you the other way to get to it. So through course content, you'd click on whichever class you're taking attendance for. So let's say it's for Wednesday, and then go ahead and click on that link, attendance for Wednesday. And there you have the attendance discussion board. So a couple of more simple steps here in order to mark that you are here. What you're going to do is you will click on where it says attendance, Wednesday, January 22nd, or whatever date it is, and you'll see that there are a number of people that did their attendance on Wednesday. And how you do this is, so you see it here, this is the subject area. Down here, it asks a question, and in the question box it says, where do you live? So what I want you to do is click reply, and then right here in the subject line, I want you to answer the question. So the question was, where do you live? I live in Juneau, so that will be my answer. You don't need to put anything in the message body right here. And there's 2 submit buttons. Click either one, and you've got your name will show up right here, the time that you took attendance, and also the answer to your question. So I get a little silly and start asking ridiculous questions, as you'll see in future attendance discussion boards, but right now that one was rather serious. Okay, so that's your attendance. Again, you can access it through your course content folder or through the attendance link here on the left. In case you forget or don't have handy where the link to the live stream is, we've included it in the course here. So if you go beneath course content, you'll see streaming video, and it's underlined. That means that's a button. So if I click on live stream, that's going to take us to UATV, the live stream. So right now this isn't our class, but if it was class time, then that would be a window with what's happening in the mining class going on right there. The way that you're going to participate via distance is through our chat. So if you go over to the left-hand bar here again, you're going to see a link that says chat. And you're going to click on the link that says chat, and that's going to bring up a new window, which is a chat room. So just a reminder that this is for questions and comments. I encourage participation. If you have anything to say, please. Love having lively chat during the presentation. The only thing that I'd like you to keep in mind is that all of the instructors and speakers will be looking at this, so just make sure that you're appropriate, and also keep it to conversations about mining class. If you have private conversations, do that somewhere else. Okay, so in order to participate in the chat, you're going to go ahead and click on this white bar or box down here at the bottom and type in whatever you'd like, and then you just hit enter or return to post. And it'll say the time, who said it, and then your message that you said it. There's a little emoticons here if you want to play too. So that is the chat. If for some reason you need to miss a class, what you're going to do is you're going to come back over to the left-hand side and you're going to click on recorded classes. And then there's some instructions here on what to do if you miss the class. So the big part of this is that you need to tell Mike Bell before the start of class that you're going to miss the class. So let him know by email, send him a quick email, give him a reason why you have to miss. And then he will excuse you from class, but he'll ask you to make it up and you'll get credit for that. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on, to make up the class, you're going to click on the Archive Files link right down here, and that will open a new window with all of the recordings of the classes that have already happened. Since we've only had one, all you see is the 01/22/14 says January 22nd class come up right here. So you're going to select whichever date is appropriate for the class that you missed. Go ahead and watch that recording, and then you're going to write a one-page reflection of what you learned. So that can be something interesting that the presenter talked about, something that made you think about, questions you still have, any kind of reflection of what happened during the class, and then you're going to email it to Mike Bell. If you're interested in who is in the class with you, and also this is a really good way to get our contact information, is if you go back over to the left-hand side and then go down to class list and click on that. You'll see both Mike Bell and myself, our pictures come up here, and it has our contact information. So if you're looking for our email addresses or phone numbers, you can find them right there. And then if you look down to the class roster, these are all the people that are in class with you. And it looks like quite a few people still have to access the class and upload their picture still. There's a couple good ones there. And one thing to keep in mind when you're uploading a picture, please upload a picture of, make sure it's you and not a picture of something else, and that we can see your face, just because we don't know you from a distance. So it's nice to be able to put a face to a name. So I see a few people have already done that. Here's a really good example. A class picture or any kind of selfie that you have would be good, as long as we can see your face. And if you want to edit your profile, I mentioned this quickly before, but another way to access it is if you look to the top right-hand part of your screen, go ahead and click on your name, and then that will bring up a new window where you can edit your profile. So you can add a picture, you can, let's see, what else is in there? Essential information, contact information, that type of thing. One little piece that I just noticed today was that the mini avatar picture is different from your profile picture. This is the little picture that comes up during the chat. So if you want to have a picture with the chat, just make sure you choose a file for that little mini picture too.